Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm late today, dude. I don't know what happened on my PC. I have actually no idea at all what happened on my PC. All my audio routing got screwed up, and I had a Windows up. Did Windows Update screw anybody today? Yesterday it did. Yeah, I didn't restart my PC, so yeah, man, it's annoying. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna do a guild meeting. So let me tell you guys the plan for today. All my teachers work laptops. Yeah, super annoying. We have a guild meeting. Grayson was having issues with audio too. Yeah, I think, dude, I swear Windows Update just like breaks everything somehow. I don't know how, but it does. Couple questions that I have. So here's some things going on today. One, first mostly, we have our first ever Burning Crusade guild meeting. We're gonna have our first ever Burning Crusade guild meeting, which is yay exciting because we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff here. It's actually not gonna be a super long meeting, I don't think, but we're just gonna talk about a lot of stuff to kind of like get the guild going, get the guild acclimated. Last time around that we did, not last time, but I'll say original Crusade in 2019, we had a guild meeting like the night before, and yeah, we had a guild meeting the night before, and like it was a little bit more, I'll say official, I guess. Things are gonna be a little bit different around this time around. In SOD, we did SOD was like very RP driven, and yeah, we will do some RP because that's what we do here. This is a role play. This is a classic role play in-game channel, as well as GTA role play, as well as Coach S Fan, which we're gonna bring Coach S Fan back today. Coach S Fan is coming back today. Coach S Fan is coming back today, chat. He's going to be taking over the Minnesota Vikings, okay? And that's because I will be playing for the Vikings this week. I'm going to the Super Bowl, chat. I'm going to be playing for the Vikings this week. Playing Fortnite. Yeah, which I need to practice because I barely ever play Fortnite. But the NFL thinks Fortnite is like the only game that exists. So we're going to play some Fortnite at some point. Yeah, I gotta practice my Fortnite, but no, it is pretty cool. I was in an NFL video. If you guys haven't seen it, there's a video of me like with Josh Metellus, who I think is hurt right now, but Josh Metellus and Justin Jefferson. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And the Windows Update came in and literally did this to me last night. I want to get started with the guild meeting pretty soon because. I'm gonna get started with the guild meeting here pretty soon, because we're already late. We're already behind. I got screwed by my Windows Update stuff, unfortunately. There's a birthday boy in the chat. Ban that guy. Shaney, happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday, Shaney. I'm gonna need some water because I'm like. That bald spot, but there's no bald spot. That's where my headphones go. That's like the headphone spot. It's not bald. It's not getting bigger. It's the same size. It's the same size. Okay? All right. I have a couple questions. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, I have a question, chat. Is there any way to get more than 100 people in a Discord call? Because the Discord call is capped. You need to make it a stage? Oh, we didn't have stages when we first did this. Okay, okay, right click, create a channel, create a stage. How do I create a stage?
Nu tijdelijk bij McDonald's. De McCrispy Bacon and Onion. I'm loving it.
Stages in Discord can have up to 10,000. Holy cow, I didn't know that. Okay, hold on, let me create a stage, because when we originally, so we made like a copy of our original Discord. Stages didn't exist in Discord back then. So let me see if I can turn this into a stage.
I need this more than you, I think.
I think you do too. Level 3 booster perk. Wait, is that what it is? Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second. Right click. Create channel, text, voice, forum. Has to be a community server.
S-Fan's the #1 rep paladin. Yeah, that is true.
How do we change the server type? Server settings, enable community. Dude, honestly, you know what we should do? We should just go to the S-Fan Discord. Yeah, it's a lot. I think it's a lot easier. Yeah. This is a lot easier. I didn't know this is how it works. Looks like start the stage. Okay. Yeah, it's in the Coliseum. And then if people have questions, we can move them in as a speaker. Can they like raise their hand? Is that how it works? Okay. Raised hand is disabled. Okay. Edit channel.
S-Fan's the #1 rep paladin.
Make
that is true.
How do you enable raise hand? How do you make a
Is he with fire? Thank you.
enable raise hand? Why a Vikings hat? We're doing a Vikings franchise later today. Coach S fans coming back today, brother. Why a Vikings hat? We're doing a Vikings franchise later today. Coach S fans coming back today, brother. We can just have people raise hand and we can just have people type 1 in guild chat if they have a, oh no, but I don't know what their Discord name might be different.
Something, right?
We have not lost from here yet. No.
They
shot.
2v1 you, by the way. We, like, that was their race versus ours. Look how fucking fast, bro.
No, I blasted.
Yeah, you killed it.
I can blast. Abuse the wrath, and then I'm ripping my auto attack macro, dude. Like, boom, 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 boom.
And they're doing really good traps, really good positioning, and really good flares.
Yeah. No, I gotta lock
That's your gameplay. You have to manage all of those other things.
I got it.
And then the damage is going to come auto. My whole thing is control. I don't do anything other than just setup.
Yup.
You're going to do area effect control. We go priest here. Deep.
Shadow. Yeah.
Yep.
Right there. I flared in middle of bridge.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the play though. My pet's ripping right
Come
now.
in. Step, come in.
I'm worried about rogue. Yep, rogue on me, ambush me, nice. I should have saved.
Blind rogue
flare,
missed.
though. I'm
Missed.
dead here.
Blind missed.
And then I'm dead, yeah. Fuck! I needed
Rogue
to
fell.
Maybe I don't come in. Maybe I just let you, my pet, hit priest, and I just sit in my flare, my trap,
Yeah.
and just fuck the ball. I think I don't go in there.
Yeah, no, no, he's gonna dodge
Or
you.
I hold flare and just like fucking face press the priest with flare. Yeah, he's gonna dodge me though. You're right, but you're pumping though. You're pumping though. This is a different game though.
He's perception.
You
like
win this, brother. I believe in you. My bad.
I think he
I'll
has
play that
perception like 30. The reason why I want you to be in is because if you step into the priest, he's not going to fear you. You flare yourself. Rogue can't do crazy setups on you, and he can't also CC me out of anything.
Right. I just get worried if I mount run in the whole way, I'm not in combat, and he stabs me along the way.
No, it's fine. You have to run that flare. Run that flare, then re-ramp or something.
Yeah, next time I'm just gonna.
I have no. Wait, he has nothing.
Flare on top of
He's
priest
nothing.
and pop up. Nice.
Please. Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Good shit,
Oh
good shit.
my god, baby.
It's freaking
Bunkai. No, yeah, it does. Blind him here. Oh, no, say! Bunkai! Woo! The fastest blind in the West, baby. The fastest blind in the West, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, the read the play.
Harry Potter.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Yeah, here's my one macro, Chad, if you want it. It just lets you spam it incessantly, and it won't toggle.
I don't think I kill him, though, dude.
Bleed him and run?
Yeah.
It's a bleed and run. Oh, great plays, brother. Great plays. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, indeedy.
Boom, baby, Bunkai! Oh my god, the 2v1! Come on! Come on!
And the win streak continues. And the win streak.
Oh my god. Oh.
Burning Crusade comes out next week during Super Bowl week festivities, which I will be at. So I don't know what my plan is for the actual launch yet. I really have to figure that out. But We have we got a big week planned ahead. I feel like every single day has been an absolute blitz. It's freaking, I feel like I'm playing GTA RP again with freaking 12, 13, 14-hour streams every single day. So, yeah, good times. Judd, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good, dude. Lord Boogie Blue, thank you for the 200 bits. Chat, stop giving subs. Stop pumping up the hype train. I am ignoring it, okay? Yes. Is there a Guildmaster S-Fan character? Yeah, and he's a self-insert. So, anyway, yes. I rule with an iron fist, okay? That's what we do. We rule with an iron fist. So, I'm gonna bring everybody in. This is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Look, everything is a part of these guild meetings. It's, at the end of the day, it's all role play in some form or fashion, okay? Just so you guys know. But there are some degrees of seriosity to the prevalence of the situation. So, yeah, 2 dudes, only 3. Okay, so we will be having our first guild meeting today. Members of the Crusade, please, if you will, enter the throne room. Chat, they're here, I promise.
That's pretty dramatic.
Okay. Very good. Look, we got everybody here. We got a lot of people here. All right, good stuff. First things first that we're gonna do today. Today, don't cast spells in the meeting. No casting spells in the meeting. Okay? Thank you. All right, hands to yourselves as well. First things first that we're gonna do. We're going to do roll call. We're gonna check attendance for all 182 members online, and let's go ahead and start with. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Okay, so it is our first guild meeting of 2026 Burning Crusade. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys. Okay. There you go. So it's our first guild meeting at 2026 Burning Crusade. We're doing this a little bit differently. Usually we're like in an open Discord, but we have more than 100 people in the channel. So we're doing it in the guild Discord instead. We're going to be in the Coliseum. So if people have something to say, then you can request to speak, and then I can just like pull you up. So for questions and stuff. Thank you. I thought I paused that. Okay. Thank you for the 27 months, by the way. All right, so first things first, Burning Crusade is coming out on February 5th. So I really wanted to get everybody in the guild together. One, to just have everybody in a call, and it's a little bit different because it's, frick, I wish I could just like add everybody as a speaker. Can I just do that? Let me see. Is there a way that I can just like pull everybody into here as a speaker or something? Bad idea. Okay.
Yo.
I'm used to having everybody just be able to talk in Discord. People don't interrupt. It's not ever a problem. But still, it's just all right, whatever. We'll just keep it going from there. So this is a little bit different than how we normally do it. So what I wanted to talk about is basically everybody has done the guild application. If you haven't done the guild application, please go and make sure to do that. So what we decided to do with the guild is we decided to make it open invite and just bring everybody in. It's a little bit more of how we did it with Burn. It's like a mix of how we did it with Season of Discovery and how we did it with original Classic 2019. The reason for this is, one, it just takes a long time to actually go through the applications, and I didn't start until launch. And then because of the way the servers were getting locked, I thought it was better to just, hey, make your character, just, I'll invite everybody into the guild, easy in, easy out. the reason that I do it this way, is because, and I'm very serious about this. I feel like there's a certain standard. Not even I feel, I know, okay? There's a certain standard that we need to operate as a guild. And it's not necessarily a skill thing, okay, for what I'm talking about here. It is, but it's not what I'm talking about here. I don't want to have bad actors, bad characters in the guild. It's something that's super important to me. It's something that I always, I don't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I want to have nothing to do with it. So if somebody is a problem, or if somebody causes drama, if somebody is an ass, right? If somebody is making other people in their group or guild or whatever look bad, I don't want to deal with that shit. So what we end up doing is just getting rid of people. That's bottom line. If you're being weird, if any of that. Now, I don't think it's a problem for two reasons. One, I think it's the type of people that watch my stream is like, we're adults here, okay? There's a lot of people that are not, I don't know how to put this, but you can look around the internet at this point and you can see the type of people that seem to be getting more and more popular these days, and the chat and the community absolutely does reflect the streamer. So I don't worry about it that much. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. It wasn't a problem 7 years ago, really. Any problem that we had was not a problem for very long because it was gone. It was either fixed or gone almost immediately. So I just want to make that super clear. Don't be weird. Don't ninja loot people. Don't grief people. Okay, there's like a certain way that I want our guild and our people to operate as a whole. Obviously, watch your language. Okay, that's another thing. I don't think this is a problem at this point because it's 2026 and everybody knows how to act. Okay, I don't care what you think. I don't care. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. None of that stuff matters to me, right? What I care about is just treating people with respect and not breaking to Twitch TOS. So obviously people are going to be streaming like me in voice chat and all that stuff. So don't say or do anything that very clearly breaks to Twitch TOS or kind of pokes at drama or anything like that or incites anything because it's just weird. I'm kind of going over some of like the previous stuff that I had from last crusade to kind of like look over notes and give me some idea. There are some people that do stream in the guild. If you are streaming, make sure you change your name in the server to put like live next to it, like put like a guild tag, like brackets live, just so people know that you're live. So people don't come in and maybe say something. Now, some of this stuff is less of an issue in Burning Crusade as it is in vanilla, because in vanilla, there was a lot of like server dynamics and stuff going on with like world bosses and stream sniping and this and that. It's not really as much of an issue in Burning Crusade. But still, somebody might say something they don't want to say on stream or something like that. So just be aware of that. As for me, I will pretty much always be live. I mean, not always, but you know, just you could probably assume with me, obviously. But anybody else, just make sure you have that live tag in your name in Discord. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up anyway. I keep looking at it, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. No nudity or NSFW content in the Discord. All right, I don't think this is an issue. But just make sure, yeah, I know. Just make sure that you don't like, we're not gonna share any of that stuff in the Discord. I don't remember if this had to be made a rule or if, I know, everybody's crying now. I don't know if this is something that was an issue. I can't even remember if it was. I don't know if it was just a suggested rule or what, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway because I'm like, I don't need to say this. I don't need to say this. Okay. Yeah, I probably need to say this. Okay. As far as ranks in the guild go, this is kind of like the boring stuff and just kind of like give everybody a breakdown of what's going on. Okay. ranks in the guild. No, it's not tasteful, okay? Okay, ranks in the guild. Obviously, Grand Crusader is Guildmaster. Templar is our our officer position, right? So we have Templar as like, this is actually, you know what? We used to have a different rank. We used to have Marshal too, didn't we? We're gonna get rid of Marshal. Okay, Templar. We have Grand Crusader. That's the Guildmaster position, just so everybody knows. Templar is like an officer position that is, if I'm not around, then you can ask people stuff. If for whatever reason, let's say I'm out of town, I travel a lot, I do a lot of different things for stream. Templars are like the, these are like my left and right hand crew, where it's like, okay, you can trust these people for all this stuff. Knight is our raider position as far as ranks go. Knight is, hey, this person's a raider, just so you know.
Nu tijdelijk de McCrispy Bacon en Onion. Met knapperige bacon, verse rode uien, spicy samurai en balsamico onion saus. Crazy lekkere chicken. De McCrispy Bacon and Onion. I'm loving it.
But Templar is just like a half step up, that it's like, okay, this is like a, if I'm not around, direct things to Templars, okay? Knight Captain will be raid leaders, and we are looking for raid leaders. I actually don't know how many raids we are gonna have yet. There's a lot of people playing. I think this Burning Crusade is actually so much more, this Burning Crusade seems to be so much more popular than the launch of the last Burning Crusade. I think we moved on. I think people did Wrath, people did Sod, people did a lot of other stuff, and they were like, damn, I miss Burning Crusade. And then you couple that with the fact that they added the boost and the Blood Elf boost and the Draenei boost and stuff. I think it was kind of like a perfect storm to make this Burning Crusade just way, way more hype for whatever reason. It's kind of crazy how that happened, but it is more hype than even the last one, I think. So we had 6 raid teams in all of vanilla. We had 6 raid teams in Burning Crusade. So I will need to find raid leaders, people that can be Knight Captain, and I can trust to properly be able to run a raid, because I really care about 2 things. People can go pug raids and people can go do stuff like that, but if we have like a quote official guild raid, it needs to be good. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't, I'm not saying it needs to be a speed run guild or speed run raid. Now we can have like somebody trying to, if we want to have a raid of people that want to push and do whatever, that's fine. But when I say it needs to be good, it needs to be clean. It needs to be run properly, and it needs to be, I want every raid run kind of under the same sort of philosophies of how I run it, right? We already talked about gear and stuff like that. We're going to be running Loot Council. I'll probably be helping a lot with Loot Council early on. Not as much as original Crusade. If you were in Crusade 2019, I did the Loot Council, and for all 6 raids for the first like 6 months. The way that we did it back then was good, but it was incredibly stressful for me. Actually, it wasn't really good. It led to something good, but it was not good. And it was super stressful for me, and it took a lot of time, and like I remember raiding and like not even killing trash. I would just go to each boss, and I'd be sitting there typing the whole time because the Loot Council wasn't public, and I ran it like a traditional guild. Now, to that point, this is a traditional guild. If people ask what type of guild we are, there's hardcore guilds, okay? There's casual guilds, and then there's trad guilds, okay? Crusade is a trad guild, but it happens to be run by a streamer, all right? We are a very traditional guild. This is a traditional classic channel, classic place. So because of this, we'll do things a little bit more traditionally sometimes. However, some things that are going to be different this time around is there was a lot of like mute Discord to talk about this, or we're gonna have a meeting off stream and stuff like that. I'm just gonna lay it all out there. I think that people are older now. Some people are new. to Burning Crusade. Some people are not new to Burning Crusade. Some people are new to WoW. Some people are not new to WoW. We got all kinds of different people in this guild. But there's enough people that have been around long enough. There's enough people that have been around long enough that I think it's okay to just kind of talk about everything and people not get upset or butthurt or whatever. I think everybody will understand the way that things work. Again, that's why we fill out the guild application, and it's because that guild application acts as like it's a survey, it's a census, it's a disclaimer, it's a availability form, it's all that stuff. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, if you fill out the application, you should be okay with the way that I run things. If you guys know who I am, everything should be fine, right? There's a reason why my guild lasted through Vanilla, Burning Crusade, and Wrath, right? It's because, one, the guild was established in the way that it was. That's super, super good for the community. And two, we had really, really incredibly strong emergent leaders. So, like I was talking about that 6 months, I said it wasn't good, but it led to something good. We had really, really good leaders. We had good raid leaders. We had good officers. All these people really all these really people kind of rise to the occasion, and they did an incredible job with the raids and just all the communication. And the guild ran with kind of the same philosophy in every raid. They didn't all raid the same way, but the guild was run the same way, if that makes sense. So yeah, all that stuff is very important to me. So I am going to be looking for raid leaders for Burning Crusade, and however many raids we have will rely entirely on who I think can be a raid leader, because it's just important to me that those raids are run well. So that's enough on raid groups. The next thing we want to talk about is Burning Crusade launch. So a lot of people have actually asked me about this. Some people are going to rush to 70. Some people are going to, they're gonna want a dungeon grind. They're gonna want a quest. They're just gonna want to play casually. It's okay. No pressure on anyone. However, the raid schedule, the PvP season starts February 17th, but the raid season starts, the patch, the raid cycle, whatever, it starts February 19th. So just be aware that when we have the first kind of people that we're picking for the raids, these are the things that matter. The character of the people, okay, that's number one. That's number. Everybody has to be class clown. Everybody has to be entertaining, or not every raid is going to be streamed, right? And even in my raid, it's just it's keep it real. It's fine, right? But people that are good folks, that's what we want in the raids. That's number one. Two, it's people that have been playing and they're ready to go. So if you're level 70, if you're not level 70, you can't really be in a raid, right? So just being level 70, and then from there, it's all the on paper stuff. So the intangibles matter more to me. Eventually it's, okay, do you have pre-raid gear? Have you been putting the time in, the effort? And putting in that time and effort is also part of those intangibles. Meaning, you can't really, everybody's in a different situation, but if somebody wants to play more and somebody wants to put in more effort, then they're realistically going to, they're going to have an easier opportunity getting into a raid group, right? Now, I don't want to give people FOMO. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. There's going to be a lot of pug raids too, okay? But I'm talking about quote official raids. So there's that, and we're gonna take questions from everybody in a second, okay? So don't worry about all that. As far as if you have, because I'm sure people are gonna have tons of questions. But to kind of loop it back around to the Burning Crusade launch, I'll make a channel in the Discord. We'll make a channel in the Discord actually that is going to. Obviously, everybody's been playing with people, right? You guys have been doing battlegrounds together. I've always been a very PvP-driven guild. In vanilla, there's lots and lots of world PvP, and we operated in a way that I think was very, very clean. Okay, I was very proud of the way that we operated in 2019. A lot of the world PvP stuff. Our guild name is Crusade. Okay, and that's what we are. So I don't think it's gonna really be a thing this time around. But the reason why that worked is because people pay attention, people listen, and people hard commit to whatever the plan is. There's gonna be plenty of times where me or another or another leader is going to make a mistake, okay? Or we're gonna have a wrong strategy, or we're gonna have a wrong idea, or whatever. Now, if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it, that's fine. But if you're doing something already, just full commit to that thing. Whether it's in PvE, PvP, whatever, everybody makes the mistake together 100%. Because if half the people are making the mistake and half the people are doing the right thing, then it's not going to work, period, right? So you might as well just full send it making the mistake. Whether that's world PvP, whether that's a raid or something. If something is explained wrong or something, then obviously, like, it's, you know, be like, hey, you know, you can talk about it, send them a whisper and be like, oh shit. Because that happens to me all the time, right? Like, I haven't done this in five years, right? I'm raid led. Actually, I didn't raid lead in Burning Crusade. Now I can, right? And I've raid led bosses and all that before, but I switched my personal role last time around because of how I wanted to run things, and this time around I'm gonna raid lead again. I think it's better this way. Or like I'll probably raid lead and I'll have like a co-raid lead where somebody can keep the pace and I'll do all that. Quick aside, because it's only gonna matter for a few people in the guild, because it'll be the people in my raid. Actually, no, it actually does apply to everybody. When I am raiding. Okay, this is the only, like, we're gonna rep prio on time here, all right? We're on my time in my raid. We're on my time in my raid. So obviously we're gonna try and respect everybody's time as much as possible. But if let's say I'm doing something for stream, like, let's not just randomly pull a boss or anything like that. Okay, let me do the bit. Let me do the explanation for stream. We're gonna do that sort of thing. So, you know, just be cognizant of that. As far as what raid I will be in, and the way that you guys should expect to raid, it'll be probably a 4-hour window. I always say set 4 hours aside for raid. It's almost never that long unless you're trying to get all the raids in on one night. And how we did things in the past was we had two set, like, quote, official raid nights a week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays were for my raid and for most of the raids, but then we will also have weekend raids. We will have daytime raids for people that are playing, maybe you're playing from Europe, or maybe you have just like a different work schedule where you work nights, something like that. So each raid will likely have 2 official raid days, and you guys can go from there. Okay, and just set aside, like, hey, I know I can play for 4 hours. So sometimes if you want to push, sometimes if you want to, hey, like, we're in progression on a boss, we're in Sunwell, Muru's about to go down, we're gonna give it a few extra attempts, and that'll be up to your raid leader. There will never ever, we should never expect to go beyond an hour after raid time. Yeah. 4 hours per raid night. So, but I would expect to have 2 official nights, but more than likely, especially in tier 4, that's going to be 1 night. But just expect to have 2 nights, and then things will change within, like, the raids and stuff like that. Your raid leaders will decide and whatever, but that's going to be like the base, kind of set this time aside or expect to set this time aside. But again, realistically, I think they're doing pre-nerf raids. I mean, even if they didn't do pre-nerf raids, like a set raid group that everybody knows what they're doing, easily you can do Mag, Karazhan, and Gruuls in 4 hours. To that point, again, the different raids might operate properly. I haven't decided this part yet. We have a couple weeks. I'm considering having 20-man raid teams instead of 25-man raid teams. The reason for this is if all the content is post-nerf and everything is easy, then we'll have 20-man raid teams for tier 4. So for this first patch, for this first season, we would have Yeah, for this first patch, for this first season, we'll have 20-man raid teams so that we can go do Gruuls, we can do Magtheridons, and then you split the raid in half and do 2 10-man Karazhans. I think that is the play. Again, I haven't hard decided, but I think with pre-nerf tier 4 is going to be a joke. Or excuse me, post-nerf tier 4 is going to be an absolute joke. And then it just makes things easier if you want to if you want to split the raid 10 and 10 so that nobody gets left out of Karazhan if they want to run Karazhan. It also allows us to bring in, like, let's say somebody has an alt or something we want to bring in from another raid, or you can add a couple people, or like it gives you some room to work with. But Magtheridon is super doable with 20-man. Gruuls is super doable with 20-man. I don't think this is going to be an issue. Now, when we get into tier 5, maybe that changes. I don't know. Don't kill the rogue. Let this. I know there's people not in the guild, but you know, just if you're in the guild, don't just let that rogue's not bothering us. I think I touched on everything with the raid stuff. That's kind of where we're at with the raids. We'll have another meeting before the raids start and the PvP season starts. So, speaking of PvP, we have a couple things we're going to talk about with PvP. Dr. Manhattan has a presentation that he's going to share with us in a minute. But before that, again, I'm a very PvP-driven type of guy. I like to do PvP. I like to do arenas. And we have a lot of PvPers in the guild, I know. So, again, doing the guild application, you guys saw, it's like, you know, we're going to put a little bit heavier consideration into PvP stuff. But, like, I'm going to keep it real. You gotta be able to, like, point at the scoreboard a little bit, right? Not everybody is, oh, well, I want this for PvP. Well, I want this for PvP too. And it's like, okay, well, if somebody's like a gladiator caliber of player, right? They have gladiator titles, all that, whatever. Then, I mean, they're gonna be getting more consideration for those types of PvP items. Doesn't mean that you can't get it eventually. Let's say you haven't done arenas before, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays in the current version of Burning Crusade, they're kind of lowering the barrier of entry. They're making it a little bit easier to get honor gear so you can get in. So I actually want to kind of help promote that a little bit. Like, let's get more people doing arenas. Let's get more people playing. They're super, super fun. Burning Crusade Arena is very special. It's a very fun ladder. And I think the first time around, people didn't realize how good it was until it was like starting to get later and later into it, because Blizzard was actually making changes. And then Wrath came out, which everybody thought Wrath was amazing, but Wrath Arenas kind of fell flat for not everybody, but for a lot of people. And I mean, there was some other issues too with like botting and like weird stuff that happened in Wrath, which kind of killed it, I think. But and also like some poor decisions from them getting rid of like gladiator titles. I think they got rid of it in Cataclysm. They got rid of like gladiator titles from different brackets. It was just like really dumb, right? Anyway, that's. If people want to arena, if people want to do PvP, I want to help promote that more, because I think Burning Crusade Arena is a very, very special time, and it's super it's super good, and I think it becoming more and more popular is very cool. I mean, we even saw it with like PTR Arena stuff, like tons of people were playing. So to kind of help promote that a little bit, I am in 200 Discords, and I lost my Discord, so give me a second. Let me find us. Dr. Manhattan came up with a little presentation. Can you raise your hand, Dr. Manhattan, so I can put you as a speaker? In the Discord. Okay.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, let me just share this screen really quick.
Okay, cool.
Thank you all for coming today. So basically, I just got a short PowerPoint presentation. It's only like 8 slides. Just what to expect, how you can help out for the PvP operations. So basically, what we're trying to do is, if you're interested in Arena, basically a pathway so you could get the resilience cap as soon as you can, get your PvP gear, get your marks, or whatever. So does everybody see my screen? I'm sharing it right now.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay. So basically, Crusade PvP operations, honor farming for arena gear without dying of boredom. You know, there's the optimized way to do this, but you know, then there's the actual way to do it. I feel like a lot of us in this game, we join this guild, we want to actually PvP, we actually want to have fun, but we also want to be productive, right? You want to go in there as soon as this arena launches, you want to have your resilience cap, you want to be getting that rating, get that comp, whatever. So just starting off with that. So basically, as I just said, to gain as much PvP as possible at the start of the arena season, things you could do now. I don't want to be Captain Obvious. Everybody knows what to do now. You want to get the 75k honor cap. You want to get the 100 marks of each. You can only get 3 of them now, so that as soon as you hit level 70, you get to go straight to Eye of the Storm, right? And obviously, you guys joined the guild, right? Guild's awesome. I've been here since SOD, you know, and even in 2019, I wasn't here for there. But, you know, we've heard many things from Clovers, from Ping, from, you know, S-Fan Stream. You know, there's an expectation. You go in here, you want to freaking stack, you know.
Nu tijdelijk de McCrispy Bacon en Onion. Met knapperige bacon, verse rode uien, spicy samurai en balsamico onion saus. Crazy lekkere chicken. De McCrispy Bacon en Onion. I'm loving it.
To get your attention, or what did he say?
Yeah, I think
Since you're
I
trying to
don't
be
know.
nice?
I don't want to read it.
I'm coming in.